Good morning. This is Ray with another segment of God's creations. You're looking at echinacea. This is a flower that grows across the U.S. It's native to the U.S. In fact, you find it growing along roadways and in all sorts of places out in the western part of the state. It's a plant that was used heavily in the early ages as a medicine. The Greek word echinacea means hedgehog, and they use the name because when this seed pod dries and turns brown, they say it looks just like a hedgehog. Therefore, they named the plant echinacea. I'm going to share three plants: this echinacea, balsam, and cat's whiskers. All three act as annuals. They are reseeders, heavily reseeders, and sometimes, particularly the echinacea here, mutates, and sometimes we find a white one, and there's a little white one down here on the bottom of this, and it's not blooming today. But echinacea is a pretty self-seeding, prolific flower for the garden. The second thing I want to share with you is growing right down below it, and this is balsam. Balsam is a native of Southeast Asia. It does come in a multitude of colors, but over the years I've lost all except two colors. This dark pink here, and then there is a lighter pink growing right down the way there. You can see that one a little bit down the way. Balsam again is a rapid reseeder. They are in the impatiens family. They grow very rapidly. Another name that we call these is touch-me-nots, because when the seed pod matures and you touch it, it will pop open, and like little springs, those seeds pop as far as they can, and they scatter. You have to be very careful in the sense that if you don't want to pull a lot of plants, then let yourself just one or two grow in the garden, because otherwise you will have a lot of plants. Balsam. The third plant is growing right here beside it. That is not marijuana. That is called a Cleome, cat's whiskers, or spider plant. It too is a reseeder. It is an annual. They come up quite rapidly. I understand they come in three colors: white, pink, and purple. And what you're looking at here is really a lavender purple cat's whiskers. And I have the white, and I will pan around, or perhaps you can see the white in the background there. They grow tall, 3 to 4 feet. They are wispy in the sense that when the wind blows, you see them blowing in the garden, and they really, to me, are really attractive. Although they can be a nuisance, because if you let too many of them get the going in the garden, they can sort of take over. They are also pretty sticky, thorny, if that's what the word you want to use. The leaves are, so they are deer deterrent. They are, the bush itself, the stem itself is quite thorny, so if you grab that with your bare hands, you're going to have a little bit of pain. But I let these come up in my daily leaves and other places in the garden, and they are pretty prolific, and I think they add quite a lot to the garden scene. Jesus said in the Beatitudes, recorded in Matthew, Sermon on the Mount, chapter 5, "Blessed are they who hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they will be filled." For flowers to be beautiful, we have to feed and water them. Many homeowners like to plant out in the early spring. They go to the box stores and buy them some bedding plants and plant them, and they look so good. But later on in the summer, when it gets hot and they don't want to mess with them anymore, then by fall the yard doesn't look so good because they sort of let it go. They failed to care for them during the hot summer months. And they begin to wonder why do they look so bad or even die? And often as not, they're just as complex about their relationship with God and others. Yet they never feed and water their relationships. For plants to be beautiful in the garden, we have to care for them. We have to feed and water, fertilize, take care of them. The same goes for our relationship with God and with people. We have to feed and water for our relationships to grow and mature and look well in His eyes. God bless. Have a great day.